Hello Scorpio and welcome to my channel. My name is Nikita Antoine and I am the Oracle of Natiru. As you know, all of my readings are timeless, so if the message found you and resonates, then it is yours at the time in which you found it. So I'm doing your reading today with my blended deck of the Threads of Fate. So you'll be seeing both of those, the Tarot, the Weaver Tarot, and the Oracle deck in your spread. And so I like took a break the other day and I was just like in your energy. I was loving your energy. It's so fun. It's very empowering. And the image that kept playing over and over and over in my head, actually really what it's like a chant. It was like Scorpio, but then like slowly it started to shift into this there's this scene and I think the movie's called The Hook. It's either called Hook or The Hook. And it's with Robin, it's like a Peter Pan. Robin Williams is in it as well. And there's a scene where Robin Williams, Peter of course, goes into the Lost Boys camp, and Rufio, which that's what it was molding into, it was like Scorpio was molding into Rufio, and it was like a whole like chant that was like going on in my mind, and it was so cool. Like, Rufio's fucking dope. He's got like the coolest mohawk. It's like red and black, and he's just like this big wonderful splash of color, and he comes through. I don't even know what he's riding on. I think they like are riding skateboards or something. It's like a skateboard snowboard like mix, and they're like riding these things, and then he comes in. It's like a grand ass entrance. He comes in, he does this like amazing trick flip, and what was super important in that message was that Rufio, out of all of the Lost Boys, Rufio is like the kind of, he's the leader, right? He's the adult, sort of like, I guess, adult child, if you will. And like I was noticing that Rufio is he's taller, right? He's taller than all of the other Lost Boys. But when Peter arrives, Robin Williams' character arrives, it's like he's kind of met his match. But in like his match is a more, I want to say like a parent, like a parental, like, because I remember that meeting was very like, it didn't really jive well because like, who is this outsider? That's what it feels like, but it kind of feels like parental, and that's definitely expressed in your reading today. So at the bottom of the, I'm not really like fully getting a message from this, but the underlining for your reading today is the Sovereign of Cups. Hopefully is the Sovereign of Cups. So I'm not like getting a full message from this card. I think what it's really instilling for me is that there is some type of family dynamic that is going on that we're going to talk about, because the ending of your reading is, okay, so let me show you. The ending of your reading is the Conqueror of Cups, and then at the beginning of your reading we have the Ruler of Cups. So in the traditional tarot, this is like the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. And then we also have the Four of Wands here as well. So that's what was really like instilling this family dynamic that you're, whatever situation it is that you're experiencing right now. Especially with the Rufio thing. Okay, so your reading, I mean, you're coming in like hot and strong. I freaking love it. So you're coming in with your energy. This is the Ruler of Cups, and this it's wanting to pair with the Seeker of Wands. Okay, so this is you like exploring. It wants to come through as identity. It's like you're exploring the different hats that you can wear. That's what it's coming through as. With the Seeker of Wands, this card for me always talks about the sorry, there's a plane going by, so hopefully I can speak over it. It's like there's yeah, that's what it is. It's like there's an interruption to you experimenting with your identity. That's exactly what it's coming through as. So this card always speaks to me as well about the journey of finding your hat. And I was speaking about this in the Ophiticus reading about how, like, if you have ever shopped for a hat, it can be it can be a little daunting because there are so many options and there are so many choices, like with you know, the brim of your hat, the top as well, like is it going to be like a fedora or a boiler? Like there's so many possibilities as to what your identity could be, that it's like it literally feels like you're like going to the hat store and you are trying on all the hats. And oh my gosh, I love that. Like, so you're going to the hat store and it's like this is like, it feels like you're just having a blast. It's like you're going shopping and you're having a blast and you're trying on all kinds of different things. You're just having fun, especially with this Get Wild card. Like, it's just, this card for me is kind of like, it's a very elusive and like quick energy feeling. So it's not, I was gonna say manic, but it's not manic. It's not manic. It's really just fun. It's really playful, fun, like just seeing what you end up with by just experimenting. And it's through that wildness that like just the most incredible things happen. It's through that wildness that you find your hat, and I feel like this hat of yours is super unique. It's super unique. It's very unique. It's like taking all of the things that you found on your discovery and like meshing it all together. It's coming through as a collage. It's like a collage. It's like a collage of all the greatest aspects of what you like want your identity to be, and then like merging it all together and being like, bam, this is what it is. It's like Rufio. If you in that movie, Rufio looks nothing like any of the other Lost Boys. He's like he's like magic. He's like punk rock as fuck. Like he's super cool. And if I'm not mistaken, like all of the other Lost Boys are like wearing rags. Like it's like their clothes aren't as brilliant and shiny as Rufio's. So the next pair wanted to come in as a group as well. And so we have the Two of Swords and the Ascension card. So, okay, actually what it really wants to come through first is actually with this Get Wild card. There is a mirroring of this energy, and this is what I was talking about. This is that like wanting to try on everything. It's like you don't know what it's going to look like before you get into it, but it's like as you get into it, this blindfold starts to just it's gone. It's gone. Because it's like you're becoming more clear on what you want your like regalia, your garb to look like. It's coming through very much like an identity. But not in an identity crisis type of way. It's like, it's very fun. It's very fun. So with this, with the pairing of this Ascension, so there's two messages that are coming through with this. So initially what was coming through is that perhaps whatever this, shit, my battery's about to die. God damn it. Here, I'm gonna pause. Okay, welcome back, Scorpio. That's so funny that my battery wanted to die right then, because that is like exactly what the message that what I was gonna say, what, you know, we were gonna say to you was that, it's like there's all of these interruptions. It's like you're having a fucking blast. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, YouTube. I keep cussing. It's just a part of my repertoire. It's like you're having a blast, and there's it's like there's a parental interruption that keeps happening over and over and over again. Like it happened with the plane, it happened with my battery now, and as I was about to talk about it, that's when it happened. So, with the Two of Swords and this Ascension card, the first message that was coming through is that, oh my god, there's that fucking plane again. Okay. Alright, so the first message that is coming through is that I don't know, a parental guidance, authority. So the Ascension card does also come through as like authority. But it's like they're trying to snatch away your glory. Your glory is what it's wanting to say. It's like they're trying to snatch away. It's like they probably see, I don't know. See, I don't think that it is, it doesn't feel like manipulative or abusive. It doesn't feel that way. You know, it actually kind of feels like they're probably just not used to seeing this side of you, and so it's like they're worried that you're it's like because you're going down the road less traveled, they're worried about your like your life path. Because perhaps the decisions the decisions that you're making are like a little bit out of the ballpark. Like they're very, like I was saying before, it's a very unique. It's like hyper unique. Like there's nothing that is like you. It's just, and it's a little bit concerning because I kind of feel like perhaps especially with this like parental or like authoritative type of energy, it's like they go with the norms, and it's like you are far beyond that. You're so far beyond that. It's like that's not even like, it's not even like a concept in your mind. It's not even a concept in your mind. So that's what was coming through, but it like I said before, it does not feel. It feels like so from their perspective, it feels like they're doing it for your good. It doesn't feel at all any type of way like malicious. It might come across that way, but it doesn't. The cards are saying everything but that. But the second message that came in right after that was that it's like the universe is really helping you. Like they're giving you this like big ass boost. So it's like with this hand, it's like they're first of all, they're lifting you up, but then in this Two of Swords, so like this is like you, right? The figure that, it's like you don't really know what you're doing. It's coming through as a very much like a experimentation type of energy. But this like, I mean, I don't know what to call it. I guess it's like the hand of God is coming through, and is like, you see how these swords are crossed? It's like it's coming through and opening this. And as it's opening, this blindfold that you're wearing is dropped. So it's like through your experimentation, through your trying on different hats and probably not necessarily finding your hat, but like it's like you want a collage of all of these hats. It's like you're gaining a true, it's, how do I explain this? It's like a true vision of who you are and who you want to become. That's what it's so good. It feels very empowering. And so that's ending the first row. And then along the second row, we have you coming in here strong again. You're so strong. So we have the Death card, and then we also have the, I think it's the Six of Swords. Yeah, Six of Swords. So this, I mean, this feels like a grand ass entrance. It feels like, do you know who I am? Like, I am the embodiment of death. Like, I am the embodiment of transformation. So that's my energy. I constantly and in transformation. And it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so, oh my God, I cannot express to you like the beauty that is coming off of it. It's absolutely remarkable. It feels so, like I have like chills. It's like, it's so good. It's so good. So it's really interesting because in both of these cards, hopefully, I know sometimes they don't really like to come through, but this is like, this Death card is the top of your skull, and then with the Six of Wands, it's the jaw. So it's like, it's again reiterating. It's like you know who you are. It's reiterating the that you're not in an identity crisis. You know full as well who you are, and you're speaking it, and it's both of these energies coming together. And it's like when you speak it, right, it's like, I mean, it kind of feels like it's drawing you away. Not that it's drawing, it's like, it's more of like you're choosing to move away from any energy that is trying to, it's this. Hang on. It's like you're moving away from any energy that's trying to like snatch away your glory. That's what it feels like. Oh, so good. So good. And it's like when that comes up, when that energy comes upon you, it's like you just explode. I mean, especially with the Three of Wands, it's like it's just full expansion. It's just total, utter, full expansion into who you are. Yeah. It's a total full expansion into who you are. And what's coming up next in this row is who you are. So cool. So, how do I want to present this? How's this coming? Okay, I like this. So with the next set of cards, oh, the cat just jumped in the window, scared the shit out of me. So we have I'm sorry, I was super distracted by Quinn jumping in the window. We have the Trust card, we have Take Risk, and the High Sage. And it's like you're meant, it's like you're meant to, it's like stepping in the darkness. It's like you're meant to do that because it's just like a part of who you are. And it feels like perhaps probably from like other people's perception that you're doing like some like really strange ass shit. Like it of course, like from their perception, it looks really risky. And then also with this Trust card, it's like So the moth energy comes across for me as mysterious and supernatural. It's like something that you would perceive like should never exist. It does exist. And that's what you're coming through as. And this is also speaking of your incredible connection to your higher self and your guides. Because this take risk, the mountain goat is coming through as a guide. Like a very like real, you know what it's coming through as? I don't know what you call them. They have a specific name. But it's coming through as the people that live on Mount Everest that help guide the climbers up the mountain. But it's absolutely speaking of that you are following a guidance that is much higher than you. Well, not much higher than you, because it kind of like is you, but it's a guidance that is far beyond anybody's like perception. But it's like you intrinsically know what it is, like in your heart. Especially with the trust card, the crystal in the center comes through as self. So it's like you and higher self are speaking to each other, and it's like your higher self is guiding you to take some risk that you don't necessarily, especially with the high sage energy, like you don't necessarily know where you're going, but you know it's gonna be way better than where you are, because it's a fuller expression of yourself. And that's very interesting, because the moth card is coming below. It's coming below the Get Wild card. Is that upside? Yeah. It's coming below the Get Wild card. And so that's it's like you're meant to be wild. You're meant to be that way. You're meant, it's just they want me to like scream and shout, but like I'm trying to like keep it a little calm, you know, but it's like you're meant to be that way. You're meant to be like on the fringe. That's what it feels like. It's like you're meant to be like tiptoeing, like standing with just such perfect balance, like right on the edge, on the fringe. I love that. And then just below, or actually just above the, not very good at holding all these, but just above the risk and high sage is that ascension. It's the ascension. It's like that. Understanding this is a part of your ascension, especially with, I don't know if you can see this, but it's kind of faint. Like at the bottom of this ascension card, there's a mountain range. You know, you see, it's like how it's like this hand of God is guiding you. It's guiding you up the mountain. But it doesn't feel like you're like walking up the mountain. It feels like you're at the precipice. That's super cool. Super cool. Okay, so that's finishing the second row. And then the third row starts off with the Eight of Swords and Speak Truth. And this is saying that, see, I don't know if it's being vocalized. I would imagine it's being vocalized, especially with this Death card and the Six of Swords. But it's like you're vocalizing. You could be writing, because I do see this Speak Truth. I don't know if you It looks like a fountain pen to me. So it could be like writing in your journal. But it's like you're either vocalizing or writing. It's some type of expression of how. Here, let me actually pull it up because it wants to come together. About how this family dynamic, whatever this like authoritative or parental experience, I don't know. You're expressing to them how you feel trapped. It's like, so if you can, I'm just gonna, because I can't like hold and point at the same time. The Eight of Swords has like this diamond figure in it, right? And this is swords. And then compared to the Four of Wands, it's that same, it's that same shape. It's like the home or the family dynamic or parental figures, you're expressing to them how you feel trapped with, like, by their boundaries. It's like you feel trapped intellectually, and you also feel trapped like creatively too. Because it's the air and it's the fire energy, right? So that's what wants to be said. Now, does it necessarily have to be like full expressed out in the open? I don't feel like I mean, of course that's all your choice, but with this with the Death and the Six of Wands, that's interesting. Six of Wands is the now we just had the Palo Santo like fall all over the table. And that Palo Santo, the point of that, it's so funny because I just cleansed. It eliminates negative energies but retains all of the positive energies. So what was I going to get? So with the Six of Wands, as I was going to say, it's victory. Six of Wands represents victory. And it feels like you're going to be getting the victory that you deserve by, it's speaking. It's speaking. I'm seeing the jaw in this, like, it's like, it's it's like that. That's funny because I don't know if like, it makes me feel like whatever you're saying is not being heard by whoever this authoritative like family figure is. It's coming across as that, like the Charlie Brown, like when the parents would talk to the kids. And I think that it's actually, now that I'm saying that, it feels both ways. It's like you guys can't like come to an agreement, and I kind of feel like that's the point, because it's like you feel trapped, right? It's like you feel trapped, so you need to move on to move on to a place in which you can feel fully yourself, fully open, fully being the dynamic. I mean, it feels so dynamic. The dynamic collage of you. That's what it feels like. But there's a little bit of kind of feels like a little whirlwind a little bit, because it's like, especially with the paradox following the Four of Wands, it's like home doesn't feel like home to you anymore. It's that paradox of like, wait, I'm at home, I'm with my loved ones, I'm with the ones who should be supporting me, but the paradox is that it doesn't feel like home. It doesn't feel like home. That's interesting. And it's like home should never trap you either, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, So it's like you're kind of, and that's what I'm saying. It's like you're in that Two of Swords energy. Like it's like a in your head battle back and forth, but the hand of God is trying to what is that? Drop the veil, drop the blindfold, so that you can see clearly where, like, well, one, who you are and where you need to go. And then we're ending your reading off with the Conqueror of Cups, of course, with the Paradox card as well. It's so funny. I was getting a message through with this before I hit record, but now I can't remember it. Can you remind me what I was getting? I think they just want me to, it's like, they want me to experience the not knowing. But it's like now I feel blank. Blank slate. Okay, here we go. It's like when you realize that dynamic and what the paradox that it is, like in that moment, you're a blank slate. It's like you, not your parents, not any authoritative figure, not like whatever the hell, you know what it is? It's like you're one of the Lost Boys. And that's fine, because the Lost Boys, they made a home for themselves. And it's glorious. It's glorious. It's absolutely stunningly beautiful. And it's like you are a blank slate, and not only are you a blank slate, but like it's like everything around you is I mean, it's like the possibilities are endless. Like this compass. It's a compass, yeah, but like there's no north, south, east, or west. It's like you can go in any direction that you want and create your own home. And you see the reflection of the Four of Wands, which is commonly in the traditional tarot known as home. You see the reflection between the Four of Wands and the Conqueror of Cups? It's that. You can create your own home. That's beautiful. That's so stunning. Is there anything else that wants to come through? I keep feeling like there was something else with that. I think that's it, Scorpio. I love this reading for you. Okay, so if it resonated, then there is an extended that is going to be posted at the top of the description box. I look forward to seeing you there, and we'll see what else they would like you to know. Okay, love you, Scorpio. Bye.